hairline cracks in it. But you know, that's all it takes to let water through, so. I think I put about 3 coats of it on there and let her dry. And I told Keith, I said, you know, what I get tired of is I gotta go down in the basement, shut the water off. I said, then I gotta wait about, you know, I suppose anywhere between 5 and 10 minutes for all the pressure so the water will stop running out while I start tearing the toilet apart and don't soak the floor, you know. I said, sure would be nice. What we need to do is go ahead and put a shut-off on that line coming in. That way the toilet's got a problem, we just shut it off there and let everything else be on. So yesterday Keith ran up, got a shut-off valve for it, put it on. And went downstairs, turned on the water. Hey, it doesn't leak. Good, good. We got a valve now. If the toilet something goes on, we just shut it off. That's it. I got the tank is dry. Went into the bathroom. I could hear a little hissing sound. And Keith heard it too. He said, something's hissing. Something's leaking somewhere. So I went down in the basement just to check. Sure enough, that copper line he cut evidently had a pinch or something in it. And by him cutting the line, it pinched it completely through. And it's leaking again, but now it's not on top of the floor, but under the floor. So I just unplug the water again, let her shut off, that there's no sense just soaking everything. And today, probably after I get done with this, we would have worked on it yesterday, but didn't have a flashlight available, and go downstairs, we're looking in between the floors there of the trailer. You definitely need a flashlight. We didn't have one, so I figure today I'll get my flashlight, run up, see where that copper tubing goes to. If it's a long piece, then hopefully it won't be too badly damaged wherever it's leaking. I can cut that out, put a compression fitting in it, put it back together. And that'll hopefully take care of the problem. Of course, if got a pinch down there, you know, that copper tubing could have several pinches, may not be around in any certain place. I may have to replace it all. But we got to replace it, we'll replace it. We'll just do whatever you can get by with the cheapest. But I'm hoping it's just a compression fitting I can put into it. Get the stupid leaks done and fixed. Finally turn that thing back on. And hopefully be done with the stupid leaks. But, you know, that's to be expected, you know. I think it's a 1965 mobile home. So, you know, usually if you touch one thing, a lot of things are going to go bad. But everything's pretty old. Now I suppose it's 3 or 4 years ago, my mother was still alive and living there. She'd call me up constantly and tell me how the fuses kept popping. I had fuses in the house at the time, and found out that if she had had the dishwasher on, which would run the pump downstairs, or not the dishwasher, she don't have one, the clothes washer. But she'd have the washer on, I'd run the pump and the washer. So then when she got the load done, if she had the second load, put it in the washer, then put that one in the dryer. You should turn on the dryer and the washer. The dryer used to be a 220. And it'd kick off a well, blow one of the fuses, and the dryer would tumble, but it wouldn't have no heat. So evidently your heat thing was hooked up with everything else, different stuff, it'd blow it. So I went up 4 or 5 times, I suppose, to put new fuses in for that, and I finally come to the point, hey, this is stupid. It's better just to come in a house and flip a breaker instead of spending this money for these stupid house trailer fuses, which are getting harder and harder to find. So I went ahead and bought a nice breaker box, but I looked at the wires, took the panel off the fuse box, checked it out, and there was like, 5, 6, 7 wires going to each fuse, and it's like, I'm surprised any of them's working. So I got a nice big breaker box where I took every wire and gave them all their own little breaker, which should stop anything from popping the breaker, which it has. So since I changed the electric and all that, it's a little safer of a house instead of everything overheating, going all to one place. Well, this is Coshocton, Ohio. And these are long rides, I guess it's just hard to find things to babble about. And that's basically all I'm doing, is just babbling on and on and on. We're probably 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks to go before I get to Annan. That's where the lady that got the Yamaha, she's working. She's one of the lucky ones that gets to work full time, which they're full time right now is not very good. Everybody's only working 32 hours a week. That's it. And they're talking about maybe even going down to 3 days a week right now. But you realize 3 days a week working there would definitely be a little bit more money than what you get on unemployment. And I wouldn't mind driving this far for more money than what I'm getting unemployment. As long as I rode the bike, it'd be good, but now if I drove an old truck, no, that wouldn't be worth it. The truck, I think, gets about 14 miles a gallon last time I checked. Which means roughly it took me a gallon of gas to get here and a gallon of gas to get home. You figure, well, it ain't bad, but with the price of gas, you figure that up per month. That's a lot of money you're spending on gas. Now with the bike, this one or the Rebel, whichever one I want to ride, we're talking filling it up once a week and going all week back and forth. Visitor parking. Am I a visitor? Yes. Okay. Made it here to Annan Flag Company. Ooh, that hand is too cold. Should have wore gloves, but I didn't. Nope, I didn't. Okay, we're going to shut you off for now, and we'll catch y'all later.